Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about eye gaze games, which is a new project from Special Effect. Eye gaze is a technology which allows you to control your computer using eye movement alone. We are creating a site of browser-based games which are accessible to eye gaze users as well as others. Eye gaze games is currently a pilot project allowing us to experiment with controls, accessibility, and gameplay. This testing phase will enable us to find out what works, what doesn't, and what's needed. In this phase, we hope to gain feedback from a wider range of users in order to further improve the site. We're starting the site with chess, 4 in a row, checkers, and solitaire, as well as Sudoku and a simplified version of Sudoku. This doesn't mean we're only going to be making board games. We will be working on more action-based games next, amongst other things. The site has been designed to be compatible with as many eye gaze cameras as possible. If you can use your eye gaze camera as a mouse cursor or to make a mouse click selection, then you can use it on the site. Different eye gaze users will need different controls to play. There is a step-by-step guide to help you create an interface that's tailored to you. You can also select the settings cog at any time to change your eye gaze settings. There are settings to allow players to play using other inputs like a standard mouse, head mouse, joystick mouse, or other device that allows you to move a mouse cursor. Games can also be played using accessibility switches or a touchscreen using iOS, Android, and Windows. There are two main ways for eye gaze users to play eye gaze games, either using big buttons or direct selection. You can also choose whether to use the site's built-in dwell selection or your own click method, such as blink, switch, or your own dwell selection. If you usually use dwell or even blink or switch, you may prefer to use the site's own built-in click tool, as it targets dwell selections in the center of buttons. Some people find this helps improve accuracy during gameplay. You can also customize the appearance of the dwell as well as the amount of time it takes to make a selection. Using big buttons, you play the games using larger targets. For example, if using big buttons to play 4 in a row, use the button on the left to choose the column and then the button on the right to drop your piece. In solitaire, chess, and checkers, use the top left button to select a piece, bottom left to choose where to move it to, and the button on the right to make a move. Alternatively, you can make selections directly by using direct selection. For example, with 4 in a row, you would select the pieces at the top of the screen. With solitaire, chess, and checkers, you can select the pieces and places directly on the boards. You might want to use a combination of both techniques for some games, which is easily done by using the on-screen button to switch between the options. Using the mouse settings, you will be able to play using the same technique as the direct mode with eye gaze, but without the dwell select tool. If you are not using an eye gaze camera but would still prefer to use the big buttons technique, all you need to do is turn on eye gaze mode and big buttons only from the settings menu. You can also use dwell for this. There is the option to use one switch or 2 switches to play on the site. Using one switch will use automatic scanning, while using 2 switches will use manual scanning with one switch to advance and the other to select. For touchscreen users, you can use the big buttons alongside direct interaction with the games. Our aim is for the site to be a place where people from all over the world can meet and play games together on a level playing field via multiplayer online modes. In the future, we will be adding more types of games, broader accessibility features, and additional control inputs. You can give feedback through the feedback page as well as by emailing info@specialeffect.org.uk. Thanks for watching this video, and we hope you enjoy exploring the site.